Right, so I'm back at the car. I've got Bear in the boot, ready to go home. I've just changed over my time-lapse camera, switched off, ready to go, and I've turned on the engine, and now I'm starting to charge it again through my Digi-Power. So I've got enough power in it now, hopefully to do a bit of the drive out of here, back along Bloody Bush Road here, back to the main road, turn right, then start heading back along towards Falstone and the Pheasant Inn pub, and then going out of here. So as you can see, it's 12 minutes past 1, and I've done 63.3 miles to get to here where I've parked the car in this turnaround point, passing place. So now I'm just going to drive back out of here, past Lewisburn Bridge, get to the T-junction, turn right and start going home. Right, so bye for now. Right, I've just put a new battery in my camera for the time lapse. I've taken the old battery out and put a new one in to do the driving out of here, so I've just set it away. Now quickly get in the car. I'll put my seatbelt on and start driving out of here. So hopefully I'll be able to record quite a bit of the drive out of here because I've just put a new battery in. Right, so tip that back a bit. That's better. Right, seatbelt on. So I'm driving back out of here now till I get the T-junction and drive past Matthew Lynn's car park on the way out of here. Right. So just nice gentle drive along these really stony tracks in case you come across any big holes in the track. And obviously it vibrates like hell with the rough track it is. So back along here past the two car park entrance and exit, and then back to Lewisburn Bridge, and then back to the T-junction, turn right and start heading back out of here, going back towards Bellingham, whichever way you want to pronounce it. Right, so I have done 63.3 miles getting here to park at that passing place. We have just parked the car, and then I pointed the car back this way because this is the way I drove in this morning. Like I say, you come along past all the major car parks and then you see the sign for Matthew Lynn's car park on the right. As soon as you see that, slow down quickly because your left turn is just after it, immediately after Matthew Lynn's car park entrance. And then you come along here. Because it's quite dry now, after it was all churned up by the Forestry Commission trucks, full of mud, water, snaps, sticks and all kinds. It's not too bad to drive along here now, especially because I've got a 4x4. It's okay when you've got a normal car, but I used to drive like the Volvo V70 along these roads here. I've been driving really, really slow, so not to kick up the stones and chip your paintwork. And obviously the springs aren't as strong as a 4x4, and you haven't got as much clearance under the car as you have with a 4x4. So just go and take your time if you decide to drive along these roads in a normal car. But obviously the people in the folks' cottages there drive along here every day, going backwards and forwards to the house and back onto the main road here. So 63.63 is, that's 126.6 miles I'll have done when I get back home. Round trip. But obviously there's a little extra put on because I have to drop Bear off at my daughter's house on the way home before I get back onto the John Reed Road and head over to the Nook Shops where I live to go home. Right, so you go to the top of here, around this corner, and then you get back on a nice smooth tarmac road. And here we go. Right, on a nice smooth tarmac road again now. There's the bin for the houses along there. So they must jump in the car and bring the the rubbish bags along here and put them in the bin, so that bin man can come along, collect the trash and everything from there, instead of going right into the houses. So that's Matthew Lynn's car park on the left. So as soon as you see that coming along this way, you slow right down quick and then turn left to go onto Bloody Bush Road. We have just come along. Right, so I'm going right back along here now, past all the major car parks like Tower No and Waterside Park and everything. Past the turn off of Fallstone, past the big huge pub on the right called the Pheasant Inn pub, and then just keep going out of here back towards Lanehead and Greenhoff and along to Bellingham on the way home. On the side of the road there on the way along here. I thought, you know, you think to yourself, my God, so many animals get killed by we humans in our cars. We invade their lives really by cutting roads through wilderness here where they'll be free to cross the road without worry, and then we drive along our roads quite fast and then hit them and kill them instantly, or flatten them. Past the Elfkirk viewing point, past Calvert Kielder, all those turn-offs all the way along here. Right, this is where take us down to Calvert Kielder entrance on the right hand side here. Just where this metal railing bridge is. And there's the entrance there now, you can see it. Dog's had a pretty good hike. He's been quite happy because obviously I let her off his lead as soon as we got on that track. As quickly as I could take him off, and he just ran forward, backwards and forwards. And then eventually on the way back he slows down because he's had a good run. And that's how I know he's had a good exercise, when he slows down, when he's walking beside us, instead of running up ahead. And now he's lying down in the back of the car instead of sitting up like he normally does. That's another sign that he's knackered. Because normally I can't see out the back window, so it's lovely when he's knackered and lies down. Nice walk. I mean, I got a bit of rain at the beginning and I thought, oh no, and it lasted quite a while and it got heavier and heavier, so I thought I was going to be in for a miserable wet day walking, but eventually it got warm and the sun tried to come out and it dried up, and then once it stopped raining, that was it. Great. I've had a full day of nice walking, hardly any breeze, just a nice temperature to walk along in, even though I had my thick sweatshirt on here, hoodie and 2 t-shirts underneath to make sure I keep the heat say, when I get up in the morning, it's early, it's still quite breezy and cool. I'm going to be passing a couple of houses on the right hand side opposite the car park where you go down over the dam, and it's called Lakeview Houses or something. And when the drive there that goes in towards them, there's a metal gate that's normally locked, and only people that's got a key can open it up. So basically it's for cars coming along from the farms and houses. That's what I've just done. That's it there on the right. The gate's open at the moment, but that's the road I could take down to go and meet the track at the T-junction where I go over from Stannisburn behind the Pheasant Inn pub. That's where the road brings you up to here. If you don't turn right, you go back over to Stannisburn and you continue up the road, it would bring you there to that Lakeview, those houses where the metal gate was pushed open. Found that out by just going on the Google Earth Maps and see where they came up to, because 4 weeks ago when I was walking along with those two lads, they had actually parked the car there and walked down to meet me at the T-junction. We had come up from Stannisburn, which is just along here now. So I went up the track past the communications tower on the left, went right over the top, got the T-junction, and turned left, and those two lads came from the right and met up with us. And that's where they parked the car to come and do this walk. So here's the Pheasant Inn pub on the right now. Stannisburn is just behind it. We are parked up to go on that walk. This is a tutor, like watching this guy on the motorbike, to see if he's good enough to pass his test. I wonder if he's an instructor because he's got the green jacket that lights up in the dark, and he's got something written on the back of it. So at first glance I thought it was a cop bike, but I think he could just be an instructor watching that young lad on the bike in front of him. Not that I'm in any hurry, so I won't be racing up with them and getting past them. This is just enough speed for me to drive along here safely. There's that many bends and blind parts of the road where you can't see what's coming around the corner. I think this guy with the green luminous vest on is just like an instructor. But then again, he could be a police instructor. And the guy in the bike in front of him could be a cadet. He's just putting through his paces for motorbiking. best. I'm not interested, I'm not really bothered. There's temporary lights further along here where they'll be coming to a stop, so I'll be able to get right up to them and see where he is. But I think these come out of the Tower No car park. Let's come back on the main road. Watching some YouTube channels about Murphy's Diesel. The guy, I mean, I like watching how he recovers things and uses his aptitude to use these winches on all these vehicles in different ways to recover big, heavy, massive tractor and trailer that's left the road on the I-40 and that. But when you really look into it, and there's advertisements for products that obviously they get kickbacks from. He advertises things on every video at the start, so they're getting kickbacks from that. Then he's setting up, he's going to set up his own diesel pumps. He's going to be making money from that. What else did he do? What did I see the other day as well? So obviously he's sponsored by companies on YouTube, and because he's got such a huge following, they give him the stuff for free to advertise. So he becomes like a corporate bitch, like a lot of people do on the YouTube. They take over your channel and turn it into a shop channel. So once again, he's another channel, because obviously a lot of people like watching these videos, and they start going out and buying his t-shirts and his caps and all that with Murphy's Diesel on, which creates revenue again from the t-shirts and the caps.